Here we go, Paulie, for the 5th bout of the evening, 119-pound class. In the red corner, in the gold trunks and the white stripes, it's Jeff Fraza. In the blue corner, with the red trunks and the white stripe from Fall River, Jason Pires. So, this is quite a battle here coming up, Paul. Pires in the red trunks. So, Pires here at the 119-pound weight division here, Paulie. The battlers are in the ring now, and they're duking it out here. Pires fighting out of Fall River. He's got it against Valaquez here, Paulie. The 119 pounds. You fought at what, 147?
I fought at the 147 class, welterweight class, back in 1956, and then as a middleweight in 1957.
So it's Fraza, Paulie, versus Pires here. Fraza is in the yellow trunks. They're separated by Pico. Jordan Pico, the referee, would like to thank Bill Conley and Nick Previty as well here on ABT. It's not much action in this round here, Paulie. It seems like they're both dancing a lot, but not too many punches being thrown.
No, there was a good left hook we just saw there by Pires, and these kids are just holding up a little bit, probably a little nervous, and they should be getting at it, throwing some leather momentarily, and moving it out, and it'll become a real slugfest.
These fighters look a little bit more experienced than fighters we've seen in the past, Paulie. Like we mentioned in the opening, though, this is the cream of the crop of amateur fighters, and as we got. Well, there's the end of the round, and fighters go to their corners. It's going to be quite a tough round to decipher, but when we did get the interview at the beginning of the fight here, Paulie, there are some great names coming out of this auditorium, the Golden Gloves Auditorium here.
Yes, there are. Going back in the history, we got especially New England Golden Sons, the great fighters that come back. Rocky Marciano fought here, was one of the greatest champions of the world. Paul Pender, won another middleweight champion of the world, fought here, and got great fighters like Joe Rondon, who was a great fighter that fought in the era, one of the toughest eras of boxing in the 40s, Jake LaMotta's and all those guys, and Sugar Ray Robinson, but Sugar Ray Robinson didn't fight here, but all those fighters, Pender and Joe DiNucci, stayed out there, who's been a great fighter, fought right out of here, and was a great professional fighter, as you know and have heard about, and we're going to see a lot of great fighters, and more fighters coming.
Here we are, ready for round 2. Fraza in the yellow trunks, Pires in the red. A right hand landed by Pires. Didn't seem to affect Fraza that much, Paul, but that may take its toll if that left-hand jab keeps landing.
Well, I always said a good left-handed fighter can always win a fight with a good left hand. You know, it's he keeps that left hand going. He's got a good left hand too, and he keeps putting that right in his face. And that's the lead punch that you need to get the combinations to work and to get a real solid punch in there. You got to have a good left jab to be able to start your combinations off.
Exactly. What is it, Paul? You lead with the left and then go to the body with the left and try to come with the overhand right. I'm not really sure.
Well, the left is good to set your opponent up with and keep him busy and keep it flicking into his face. but your combinations work off that left jab, and you don't know which one you're going to throw until the moment you're in there, the split seconds that happen. And when you see an opportunity, you got to use it. And when to use it, you don't know. You only know that when you're in there, and when in the heat of battle, by the training and training every day and sparring, you learn to do that by a lot of good training and boxing.
You find your openings. Fraza looks like he's pressing this fight, Paul. Pires seems to be backing up, and Fraza is kind of cutting off the ring, it looks like. Oh, a left hand landed by Pires, though, as Fraza was coming in. The left hand, though, that, as you mentioned, Paulie, that'll set up things for you, though. You keep that working and keep them away from you with the left. That'll do it. Usually the taller fighters are the more adamant to land those punches. Here you hear the crowd. Capacity house here at the Lowell Auditorium for the Golden Gloves.
Yeah, I could say the same because of the jab. He kept the jab working all the time, and like I said, I've seen fighters take a 10-round bout with a good left jab and keeping their opponent off. And a good jab can do a lot of damage. Close your eyes, cuts a man up in a long distance bout. The more the rounds, the more that jab has hit him, you can do a lot of damage. So the old story about a good left jab can win a championship fight is true.
Expert commentary from welterweight champion of New England 1957, Paul Stivaleta, here on ABT. Jeff Fraza in the yellow trunks trimmed in blue. Jason Pires in the red trunks trimmed in white. Pires seems to be working a left hand of his own as Fraza is coming in, it seems, here early going in the round. There's that left hand again, Paul. That's working for Pires.
Yes, it surely is, and he knows it. And when he knows he can score that left jab, and of course his trainers are watching him and telling him, keep that jab going because your opponent doesn't know it's hitting him in the face. And so if it's working, keep it going. Don't get rid of a good thing.
No. Oh, a left hand landed to the body by Jeff Fraza. Pires, though, now seems like he's on his bicycle, Paul, as he may have exerted a lot of energy early in the round here.
Well, yeah, the fighter has to take breaks in there, but they can't let anybody know they are. They've got to look like they're working all the time, and being an amateur, sometimes they back up straight and sort of pause for a moment or two, but they should be bobbing and weaving and moving around and try to keep the fight exciting as they're taking a little breather. And of course, if a fighter gets hurt, the best thing he should do is try to get away from his opponent, move around that ring, use up all that ring room as to get your head back and into focus so you can start operating your own fight.
A big left hand landed by Pires seemed to infuriate Jeff Fraza as he good call with the left hand did Jeff Fraza, but he came right back and landed a combination of his own to even off the big left hand landed by Pires. Now the fighters are at the center of the ring. Left hand landed to the side of the head by Pires. There's that jab working once again, though, and that'll do it for the round here, Paul. And there you see Pires going over to the corner of Jeff Fraza. And the ring announcer is in the ring. So we've come to the end of the 119-pound semifinal between Jeff Fraza and Jason Pires. And we're coming up on the official decision here on ABT. Would like to welcome you all to the Golden Gloves. ABT bringing you it first once again. This is some exciting action, though, Paul. We've got a few moments here before the decision is rendered. The cards have been passed from the judges to the ring announcer. They are in the center of the ring, are the fighters and the decision.
Finalists in tomorrow night's 119-pound New England Golden Glove Championship in the blue corner from Fall River and the center Golden Glove team, Jason Pires.
Pires, the winner, fighting out of Fall River, so he gets the decision, Paulie. He'll be fighting tomorrow night in the 119-pound final against Luis Ayala, fight we saw previous. And a round of applause for the fighters. We'll be right back on ABT.